Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Really looking forward to getting her loose, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, not long ago I reviewed that 4-pack. It was really good. And to help me through this review, I've got a couple of things I want to show you. To my left are two of the figures from that set, the Chieftain, of course, and then this guy who I quite like the look of him. I think he was the one who was helping Boba Fett fashion and carve his gaffy stick. And then these two here, and I've got to show you this. A load of people, they always ask me about that. You know, if they're new to the channel and they see it on the shelf, a common question I get, other than, how do you keep your shelves from getting so dusty? And you need to get UV protection on your windows, even though I already do. And I've got blinds I always have down in here, unless I'm in this room. The common question is this: where did you get your Tusken hut? And the answer to that is, this was gifted to me from a good man, a name you'll hear a lot on this channel, Daniel Chart, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. But that is not a 3D printed product. That he doesn't do that. He's very hands-on and will craftsman and will make all his stuff from scratch using various objects. I won't. I'll leave it for him to tell you all about that. But this was given to me a while back now. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's very much a episode 2 thing in it, really, you know, Attack of the Clones. But I have a whole shelf dedicated to Tatooine. See, all that stuff is Tatooine, from the cantina to Jabba's palace to the homesteads to Tusken tribes, and this is brilliant. So that's that. So I'm going to get her open, but also, as you can see, she comes with a Massiff. I already have a Massiff. It's this one here, which is from the, I think I got this a couple of years ago when Mando season 2 was out. Everyone went bonkers and everyone was buying Banthas, and also everyone was on the lookout for the Massiff, which you saw in episode 1. And Mando pets one, doesn't he, and tames it. Goes up to it and it's like a harmless little doggy when it knows you. And I want to compare it with this new one. I have to say, based on the packaging, this one here very much looks like the one that you saw in that scene with Boba Fett, you know, and he says, "If only you kept your snout closed," when he's arguing with that Greedo creature and he disturbs the dogs and the dogs are alerted to their escape. But anyway, that's enough waffle on the background of everything. But another one for the tribe. And she's awesome. Tusken Warrior and Massiff. I'll let you have a look on the back. There she is. It's a shame we don't have an actual action picture, but I know on the card back you will. So I'm going to go and get that now. Bear with me. So here is the actual carded figure, which is great. I don't think there'll be any difference in the two figures, except one comes with a Massiff, this one doesn't. But if I was running Hasbro, I mean, that is a great image, but I wouldn't have chosen that one. There's a really specific image just for my own taste that I really liked in the series. I think it's episode 2, when she's training him, and you just get a really good shot of her. I think she's knocked him to the ground, and then she sort of points the gaffy stick towards him and then extends her hand to let him get up. Mutual respect. But it's just a really good close-up of her. That's the one I would have chosen. But still, there's worse images they could have chosen than that. I have to say, it's a very good image. I think it's time I get it open, don't you? Wow. And then look at the Massiff. Looks bigger than her at the minute because it's wrapped up. So she's in there. She looks great. Let's have a look at her. I mean, basically, they're selling her on the packaging, aren't they? You can see what the figure's like in multiple angles via what you've just seen here. But you can't beat seeing it for real. Let's just get that standard up for you. Let's get the Massiff out first. Oh, there's a gaffy stick inside. Will it be the same type? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's her gaffy. It looks straighter than the Boba Fett one. See, this one is... Look at that. They have done 2 different ones. It took forever to focus. Right, see, this one here is curved. Apparently, according to what I think I read in the comments, the one this guy is holding is based on the one that comes packed with the Nomad Boba Fett, a figure I still need to acquire. And it's very curved, isn't it? And there's 2 that come in the set that are like that. What set, you ask? This set. You only get 2 gaffy sticks in that. And both of them are like that and not like this, which is interesting to think that they are doing multiple molds or sculpts, whatever you want to call it, for gaffy. So hers is dead straight. Brilliant. A bit more reminiscent of the gaffies that came with it. Yeah, this guy's got one. So his is really thick. This is the new TVC one, relatively new. And it's different again. See, that's thicker. So that's brilliant that they are going for multiple gaffies. They could have made them all the same if they really wanted to, but they're not. They're making them different, as they all are anyway. What we learned in the Book of Boba Fett was that it's like a rite of passage getting a gaffy stick, isn't it? They're all different from trees and barks that they have discovered on their trip. But look at this guy. Look at him, and he will have an opening mouth. Look at that. They are ferocious, man. I wouldn't want to get bitten by one of these bad boys. And look, he does that in the... Come on, focus. Oh, look at that, left to right. Focused, yeah, so he'll do that. Side to side, left to right. And he opens the mouth. And he's got... Yeah, there you go. That's like a ball joint, that. So look at it, it does that. It's really doing my head in this. It won't focus. Maybe if I get her out of the background. Right, here we go. Let's try again. Come on. So it does that. It's like a ball joint, that. And then that's almost like a ball joint as well. So look at that rotation there. Open of the mouth. The top jaw, or the top doesn't open. That just stays fixed. Got the hair on the back just like the previous Massiff. And then the limb or the joint is in one fixed position. You can't rotate any joints or anything like that. But it will, at this joint here, rotate. Very interesting. So there you go. I'm going to set him down for now. I think you've seen mostly what the articulation is, what it can do. I'll get him into a pose or something like that, and then just like that there, look at that. And then we'll get... Oh, let's have a look at the warrior next. As ever, you'd expect her to have ball joints, and she has. What a great character. Where's her gaffy stick gone? She's only got that one weapon. It makes me actually want to watch just that episode of the Book of Boba Fett again. With her in it, she was awesome. Let's get her on a stand. I can't remember how she holds it, but obviously ball joints are the wrists, elbows, and as you know, the hips is most important, but she's great, isn't she? That'll do me for now. I'd have to watch the episode, but I think she pointed that end at Boba Fett. You know that shot I told you about? She had him on the floor, because obviously you can stab somebody with that end, whack him with the other. It's a lethal weapon. It's heavy as well, isn't it? She's great. Look at that lovely pattern there. Reminds me a little bit of Enfys Nest. That tribal look. Enfys Nest is another character who could have had a much better card back in DVC. But that's another debate. Issues from the back there. The tassels are alright. I don't know what I was expecting with the tassels. I thought maybe they would have more strands than that, but that does the job. It's perfect, isn't it? I think the males could have that as well. I thought it was like a warlord thing. Not that she had to be male, because she was an amazing fighter. You can get good female fighters, but I just figured it was like, I don't know, someone like Tebow. He's like a warrior, isn't he? He's like a scout slash tough guy, and he has a little bit of extra bones and beads and whatever, necklaces, just to prove who he is. And I thought maybe that the tassels, because they're not, the women have longer hair generally than men can have long hair, but this isn't hair, it's just part of the attire. So I thought it was just tassels like a warlord would have, like to scare someone off, part of the costume. But she is awesome. I do like that. Let me get another pose for you. Yeah, she's kind of holding that there. Right, I'm going to just spread them out and have them all together, these new guys. There's the chief there. They're a great tribe, aren't they? Really interesting. She was awesome in combat. And she was brilliant during the... It wasn't a... Yeah, it was a heist. It was just an attack, wasn't it? The attack on the spice train. Yeah, I've got him standing again. I had trouble just getting him to stand then. But there's just a little trio. And there's the warrior. I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview of just her out of the packaging, and I'll re-review her again when I get round to her in the quick shops. But overall, it's quite nice. They are definitely separate tribes. So I'll have them at two sides of my Tatooine shelf. Here's this guy again, this Massiff. Now, I did promise I'd do a review side by side with the other Massiff, so we can get them side by side. It is good that we've got two different dogs now. That one's acceptable as what we saw in Book of Boba Fett, and they did appear also in Attack of the Clones, but visually I remember Book of Boba Fett and Mando Season 2 ones looking like that anyway. You got a much closer look at them anyway, didn't you? These guys were knocking around at night time in Attack of the Clones. I think you might have seen one at the Geonosian Arena as well, unless that was another species altogether. But that's them guys, the Massiff and the Warrior. Brilliant. And two tribes, a Tusken Raider to put on my Star Wars shelves. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Just a little bit of a rough and ready overview. But again, there's the carded figure there. Not bad at all. From what I can see that they are más o menos lo mismo. The same figures. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Do check the link below to have a look at Daniel Chart's YouTube channel with more amazing diorama stuff. Handmade. No 3D printing with him. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.